Hey, Mr. Alexander, you probably don't know me, but I'm Katerina Smith, daughter of your ex-wife, Callista Alexander. I never would have thought that this day would come, but I really am left with no other choice.
Who? I don't know such woman. Is this another scam?
Please, sir! I am not one to normally beg, but I am desperate. Mama doesn't even want me to contact you. I'm your daughter. Please!
What the hell do you need? I have one daughter and one daughter alone. Her name is Lyra, and it is definitely not you.
Mr. Alexander, please! Mama has told me nothing but kind words about you. I am sure there is goodness in your heart somewhere. Maybe it's hard to accept that I'm your daughter after 2 decades of absence. But at least, hear me out. I'd like to think you loved Mama once upon a time. Please!
Again! What the hell do you need? Stop beating around the bush. I'm a smart man, I warn you. I see right through you.
It's my mama, sir. She is so unwell. I am working 2 jobs at the moment, but it is not enough to suffice for her food, rent, and above all, her medicine. I am knocking on your kind heart, sir. I know I have not earned any right to ask favors from you, but I'm hoping you and Mama's relationship was strong enough for you to care.
Don't guilt-trip me, you brat. I knew it. Callista sent you to get some money from me, didn't she? How dare you two use me as an ATM? You disgust me.
Sir, hear me out. My mama needs help. She's dying. Please.
You are disgusting. Really now? Callista is as strong as she could be, and now you're telling me she's dying? Cut the pretentiousness. You're getting no penny from me at all, you scamming little brat. Die! Leave me alone.
Mr. Alexander? Hey, it's me, Katerina. I know that we did not have the friendliest interaction yesterday, but please, sir, hear me out.
Good day. Who is this? Katerina doesn't ring any bells. My apologies.
I'm sorry, sir. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm Katerina Smith, daughter of Callista Smith.
Callista's daughter? How old are you, dear?
I'm 20 years old, Sir Lucas. I'm Callista's daughter. Yes, I'm your daughter.
Darling, I'm sorry, but are you absolutely sure about this?
Yes, sir, I'm certain. In fact, my mama discouraged me to reach out to you all my life as she said you abandoned us. But I'm desperate now, sir.
Wait, what? Abandoned you? Dear, I hate to break this to you, but I never abandoned you. Your mother left me.
With all due respect, how is that possible, sir?
When your mother got pregnant with you, she told me she will be aborting you.
What? Mama will never do such thing. I mean, I'm here. I'm the living proof that the baby you conceived is very much alive. Are you trying to dodge your responsibility, Lucas? I mean, I get it. You're rich. You're successful.
Please, calm down, Katerina.
Don't tell me to calm down. I'm trying to reach out to you because of my mama's health, okay? I saw her suffer through the pain when you left her. She drank herself to sleep. She wouldn't eat for days. Don't tell me to calm down because you were not there to witness all that.
I'm sorry to hear that, darling, but I have a family too. And if anything, they're the proof that I waited.
Waited for what?
Let me explain, dear. When your mother found out she was pregnant, we were both young. I was heading to college, and your mom? Well, she's a free spirit. She wanted to start her own business, build a family, and all that. When she found out that she was pregnant, I was hesitant to go to college. Mind you, I was heading to college hours away, but I wanted to stick with her and be there for her. I was willing to drop everything and raise the child with her.
She wouldn't let you do that. She loves you far too much to let you sacrifice your dreams for her.
Exactly. And so, when I told her I wasn't heading to college, I felt like her perception towards motherhood changed in an instant. Suddenly, she didn't want to have the baby anymore.
She probably wanted you to think that way.
Yes, that's right. She wanted me to think she's aborting so I would leave for college.
Why didn't you try to win her back? Why did you let her go so easily? She waited. I had to watch her years and years later. She never stopped waiting.
I'm sorry, Katerina. I tried. I tried my best to contact her. I even visited her old home during my vacation from college. She left her home. She never came back. She never answered. She never returned my calls.
You're telling me that my mama, who has suffered from years of heartbreak and has scars from your relationship, was the one who left you? It doesn't make sense.
I'm afraid that's the case, darling. I didn't meet my current wife until 2 years after my separation with your mother, Callista. But even after I met Linda, I couldn't even commit until 5 years later. I loved Callista that much. I waited for her. I waited for 5 years.
Do you have kids? I mean, with Linda?
I do, dear. I have 2 lovely kids. They'd love to meet you, I'm sure. But they're not aware you exist.
I figured. You don't doubt that I'm a straight-up scammer and lying about being your kid?
Even through text, the connection exists, darling. I'm so sorry for all those lost years.
It's not your fault.
Would you be free to talk it out in person? I can treat you to lunch.
That would be lovely. Jen, I finally met my father. Wait, what? Oh my god! Tell me all about it. How come this happened though? I thought your mom didn't want you to contact him. Well, Mama is still sick. What she doesn't know won't hurt her. I did this for her. You sure did, Kat. How was it? God, Jen. I was like a carbon copy of him. I told you of the hostile encounter when we first texted, right? It was so odd, Jen, because it seemed like he did not remember any of it. What? Right? I was so confused, but so was he, so I just let it go since he was much nicer once I messaged him through his work phone. Maybe he was just having a bad day when you first messaged him. Maybe, because he was really nice during dinner, Jen. He even gave me a check for Mama's treatment. Wow, that's amazing, Kat. I'm happy for you. All your life, all you wanted was acceptance from him. I know. I'm just confused why Mama would lie about aborting me, though. Oh, is that the reason why your father left? Yeah, apparently when Mama got pregnant, my father was off to college. My father wanted to set aside his studies to take care of her, but she insisted that he continue his studies and suddenly said she doesn't want the baby. But she kept it. Yep, she kept it from him. Poor man. He has a family now? Yup, and he's filthy rich, Jen. He deserves his success, though. He seems like a really genuine guy. That's good for you, Kat. You deserve to know your father. I know, and it feels great, but I hope Mama takes it well. Good luck, Kay. Hey, Mama. How are you feeling? Good, darling. How are you there in the city? Found a job yet? Mama, I have a confession to make. I didn't go here to find a job. What? What are you doing there then? I came here in the city to meet with Sir Lucas. Lucas Alexander? Darling, what are you thinking? Get home at this very instant. I already know, Mama. I know that you were the one who deceived them into thinking I got aborted. I know that you were the one who walked away and not him, unlike what you have been telling me all my life. I'm sorry, darling. I did what I had to do. I was young. Mama, I don't blame you. I don't know your side of the story, Mama. Well, let me explain. I was young, darling, straight out of high school, and pregnant. Needless to say, your grandparents were furious. They threatened to throw me out if I didn't break things off with Lucas. It was terrible. Wow, I never would have expected them to be that cruel. So, I was left with no choice. I made excuses with your father, telling him I was going to abort. All along, I had no intention to abort. I thought that as soon as I broke it off with Lucas, my parents would let me have the baby. I needed to be under their care. I needed their financial support. I was a teenage girl, for God's sake. I understand, Mama. How come you never contacted Father after that? I did, darling. A few months after I broke up with him, my parents also kicked me out. I think the reality of me being pregnant slapped them as soon as my belly started growing. Plus, your aunt? My little sister was in high school at that time. How did Aunt react? She was a golden girl, I'm sure you know. She was accepting of me. But my parents didn't want me around her. They said I was a bad influence. And as the eldest daughter, I wasn't setting a good example for my little sister. I'm sorry, Mama. They eventually kicked me out once I was 4 months pregnant. I was homeless, without a family. I broke up with Lucas under my parents' orders, but they eventually still got rid of me. I had nowhere to turn to. No home, no family, no boyfriend, nothing. Did you reach out to Father? I did, but after the horrible breakup we had, he didn't want me back. I couldn't blame him though. I lied. I told him I aborted the baby. That was the worst thing that I could have done to him. I knew how badly he wanted to be a good father. I hurt him. Well, the past is past. He gave you money for your treatment, Mama. Oh, Lucas. He never could held grudges for long. God bless him.
Leave Lucas Alexander alone. I'm warning you. You're ruining a perfectly happy family. Here's a tip. Go back to where you came from and don't mess his and his family's life up. While you're at it, give back the check he gave you. Your sick mama doesn't deserve a penny from my husband.
Who is this? Why are you threatening me? I only want to reconnect with my father. It's been 20 years.
I said leave him alone. Leave us alone. We have children and we were peaceful before you came.
Is this Linda Alexander? Ma'am, I don't mean to interfere with your life. I only want to know my father and to ask for the help we so desperately needed.
That's right. This is Linda. Everything was going along fine until you happened. We don't need a girl begging for money from her father. We don't need someone who only contacts their father when they need something.
How do you know I was asking for money? Unless you are the one who received those first texts?
Never mind who sent those texts. Do what I ask or you'll see what I can do. Trust me, you don't want to get on my bad side. Leave me, my husband, and our children alone.
Hey, Dad?
Hi, my dear. How are you?
Dad, I hate to break this to you, but your wife, Linda, she contacted me.
Did she really? How did it go, darling? I told her all about you and she was pumped. Oh, what a relief. She warmed up to the idea seeing as she reached out to you.
Dad, I don't think so. Our conversation, it wasn't pleasant at all.
What do you mean, darling?
She threatened me, and I'm afraid this wasn't the first time.
What? That's not like Linda.
Dad, the first time I contacted you, you were confused about a previous encounter I was referring to, right? Please believe me. I tried contacting you through your personal phone the first time around. You cursed me then, or so I thought. You told me to die.
I'd never do such a thing. Dear.
But Linda will. After I was blocked using your personal phone the first time I tried to contact you, I went to your office and asked for your work phone.
Yes, and you then contacted me through my work phone. Yes? That was the first time I talked to you, Katerina.
Which means I wasn't talking to you using your personal phone. Someone else was texting on your behalf.
Stop these lies. My personal phone has been with Linda all along, and she isn't capable of such thing.
She threatened me again. Did you tell her about my mama's condition?
No, I did not.
She knew about it. And the check you gave me. She knew my mama is sick and needed money, which means she was the one who was holding your personal phone and cursed me. And now, she's contacting me again, threatening me to leave you alone.
Look, Katerina, I told you my wife isn't capable of such things. I've known her for almost 2 decades. You've only known her for 2 weeks. She's the kindest person I know. This is impossible.
So, you're telling me I'm a liar? What can I get out of this?
More money, perhaps? I don't know what to think of you right now. Katerina, this isn't anyone else we're talking about. It's my wife.
Wow, what a dad you are. So I'm basically the money-faced and lying daughter now?
No, darling. But please, learn to respect Linda. She's not only your stepmother, but she's also your aunt.
My aunt?
When your mother left home, your grandparents were devastated. So was your aunt. We met coincidentally, and I never meant to fall in love with her.
What are you talking about? My grandparents kicked my mama out. They wanted to protect their little daughter, but in the process, they hurt my mama.
Quit the lies. I'm tired, dear. This is just getting ridiculous. Talk to me again when you're done with these make-believe stories about my wife.
I've just been shunned by my own father, all because of the lies you perpetrated. Let's settle this once and for all.
You deserve that. You deserve that for trying to get him away from his family. He was happy, and then you came.
I just wanted a piece of my father. I've never experienced that. All my life, all I wanted was to know him.
And now, you're only coming to him for the money.
I am not. I just want some clarity in my life. I want my mama healthy. I want to know my dad. That's all I want. I never meant to interfere in you and your children's lives.
You are interfering now. We were a happy family. God, you really are like your pathetic mother. Callista was always the attention seeker.
So, Dad was right. You are her little sister?
Oh, you're smarter than I thought. Oh yes, your dad is right. Callista is indeed my sister. Or was my sister. That woman is out of my family's lives for years now. Mother and father did well in disowning her.
You're disgusting. Mama loves you. She's spoken nothing but the kindest words for you. How could you?
She was always the golden child, but I could see right through her. I was better than her in every aspect. That's what I kept telling mother and father, but she was the favorite, so they never listened to me. Not until she was pregnant. She gave me the golden opportunity to manipulate them into forcing her to break up with Lucas and kicking her out.
You initiated this? You're the reason why Mama suffered all these years?
She deserved it. All my life, I've lived behind her shadow. Try as I may to get good grades in school, excel in my talents, and be the perfect daughter, I couldn't. She was always the better one. She was always the good one. I was never enough until she was out of the picture.
I did what I had to do. You're selfish, and you don't deserve all the love Mama gave you. She loved you so much. She cared for you. You were her precious little sister, and you did this.
Oh, she only cared about herself. She deserved to suffer, and I'm glad I did not only get mother and father away from that disgusting woman, but Lucas too. He deserved better than her. He deserved me.
You took everything away from her, and you're still not done?
As long as you're here, my children and I could never be happy. I stand by my decision all those years ago to get Lucas as far away from your witch of a mother as possible. All these years, I've been so relaxed with Lucas. But he can't fool me. I know even after we got married, he had hopes of reconnecting with Callista.
Let me guess, you're also responsible for the lack of contact?
Oh yes, I was. I made sure he wouldn't be able to contact her and vice versa. I'd spent years getting him to completely love me, and now that I think I'm finally close to succeeding, you come back to our lives? You, who is a splitting image of your mother and a human reminder of their love from those years ago? No way. I'm not letting that happen.
I never meant to destroy your family. I don't intend that. I just want my mama to be happy. I also just want to know my father, please.
No luck in that, right? He's upset with you, thinking you're telling lies about me. My plans are working. He doesn't believe you, and guess who will emerge victorious? Me, of course.
You're a sick, self-centered woman. You disgust me.
Oh, honey, I don't need your approval in any way. My husband believes me, and we'll live happily ever after with our 2 children, and most certainly without you or my wicked sister in the picture. Goodbye, Katerina. Go back to where you came from.
I'm not done, and I won't leave until I get justice for my mother.
The bank alerted me. You know, do you?
I know every sneaky little thing you've done. And wait until your family hears about it. Wait until the police hears about it.
Please, Katerina, don't do this. My children need me.
They deserve the truth. My dad deserves the truth. My mama deserves the truth about everything you've deprived her of. You deprived her of a life with my father. You deprived her of a chance to reconnect with your parents. You deprived her of her inheritance.
Please, Katerina, don't call the police. I'll return the trust fund. I'll return the entire $700 in full. It's your mother's. I'll leave you alone.
Give her back every single penny that she rightfully deserves. All these years, she has worked her butt off to give me a good life. She's been trying to make ends meet, and all this time, she has this inheritance that was taken away from her? You let her suffer.
I regret it all now. Please, Katerina, give me a chance.
You regret it because you've been caught.
I am so sorry. I promise that from this day on, I won't be a nuisance to you and Callista anymore. I won't stand in the way of you reconnecting with your father. I will give back every single cent I took from Callista's trust fund that she inherited.
You better take them back, because now I have your confession recorded on tape and bank account details of my grandparents to support the fact that you've stolen so much from my mama. As long as you do as I say, you won't be behind bars.
Please, I'll do anything.
Here's what you're going to do. You'll first confess to my dad and your children. You fooled them long enough, and I won't let them be victims of you as well.
I'll do it as soon as I get off the phone.
Good. Next, you'll give my mama back her money. She'll need it for her treatment and for the chance to restart her life after all the destruction you've caused.
I got it. I'll personally give you every single penny.
As you should. This is the bare minimum. You better thank the heavens that I've inherited my mama's kind heart. She never would have wanted her only sibling to be jailed. Her heart is that pure, she'll be willing to take you in despite all the pain you put her through.
I really am sorry to you and your mama.
You should be.
Katerina, darling, Linda confessed everything she has ever done. I am so sorry, dear. I am sorry I doubted you. I'm sorry I didn't fight for your mama hard enough all those years.
It's okay, Dad. I've long since forgiven you, especially knowing how hard Linda worked to cut your ties with Mama. I don't blame you.
I really don't know who I married. It's ridiculous.
I feel for you, Dad. She puts on a great act. What are you going to do now?
I'm torn, dear. Of course, my priority right now are my children, you included. And as much as I want to reconnect with Callista and make up for all the lost years, Linda doesn't want to let me go.
What? That sick woman still has the audacity to keep you after all the pain she caused?
I told her I wanted a divorce. She tried to manipulate me at first by using our kids. She said she didn't want them to grow up with a broken family. But I counted her, saying that they won't grow up in a broken family. The kids will have their older sister, which is you, and Callista, whom I am planning to reconnect with.
She went batshit, didn't she?
That would be an understatement. She started throwing a fit, threatening me and saying she'll turn the board of directors against me. That will cause my downfall, dear. Not to mention that it will put Alexander Incorporation in peril. My name and my company's name would be tarnished.
That woman is sick beyond words. I fell for her promises too quickly, too. I thought she'd comply with them in exchange of not being in prison. But don't worry, Dad. I'll do everything in my power to protect you.
Thank you, dear. I hoped it wouldn't come to this. Because as hurtful as she was, we still had years worth of memories.
You stupid little girl, stay out of this. I'm not done with you.
You're just digging up your own grave, Linda. Let us rest. Let us live without you.
No way. After you've gone to the police to report me after we have agreed? Guess what? I'm never letting you live in peace now. You deserve to go down just like me. Those men who tried to run over you was just a start.
Well, you gotta try harder because I'm still alive.
You won't be for long, little girl. You don't know what I'm capable of.
I truly underestimated how sick you are, and I am ashamed to even share the same blood as you sick old woman. Not only are you a selfish thief who stole everything from my mama, but you're also a killer.
You left me with no choice, Pumpkin. We had our agreement that I'll return the inheritance and you won't go to the police. But still, you reported me.
You threatened my dad.
He is my husband.
Not for long. He's enraged that you tried to kill me. Are you forgetting that I'm still his daughter? He loves me. I'm his blood and flesh. And in fact, you better enjoy your last hours behind bars.
What are you talking about?
You've manipulated my dad into thinking you have the power and that you can kick him out of the business he built with his sweat and tears. But you're wrong.
What? I'm one of the majority shareholders there. You don't know the influence I have.
It's more than your idiot father who has trusted me so much that he has become careless. He didn't realize that I now control his company. Stupid, all of you. Not for long. My dad has pleaded with the rest of the board of directors, and upon further digging on your activity in the company, they found out that you not only stole from my mama, but you've also been stealing company funds.
You little bitch, stay out of this.
Oh, you won't have to worry about me for long.
Glad you know, because I'll make sure my men and you and your mama, you won't interfere with my life ever again.
Oh, you've got it all wrong, hun. It's the other way around. I forgot to mention that not only are my father and I suing you for everything you've done for us, but the board of directors will also be filing their cases against you for fraud and embezzlement.
I will kill.
You! I doubt you can do that while behind bars. And oh, can you sign your divorce papers while in jail? My dad would appreciate it, seeing as he'll be divorcing you as soon as you're officially behind bars and removed from the board of directors.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
Oh, stop it, Linda. The police will be there shortly. See you in your trial. You'll look great in an orange jumpsuit. Jen, it's finally over. Linda got a life sentence in prison.
Oh, Kat, I'm so happy for you and for Aunt Callista. Finally, peace in your household.
I know, right? Dad's already planning a family vacation for us in Europe this summer. He said we need to get away from all the stress and drama Linda put us through.
You deserve that.
How are Linda's children holding up? Naturally, Lyra and Lincoln, the twins, are upset. I mean, they are old enough to know what's going on, and they're devastated by their mother's action. Lionel, the 2-year-old baby, is happy. She loves Mama's embrace. I hope Lyra and Lincoln are treating your mama right. They are. They give her full respect, as instructed by our dad. In fact, they recently started calling her Mama as well.
Aw, I'm happy for your Aunt Callista. She deserves to have a loving family after everything she's been put through, with her parents disowning her and her own sister turning against her.
Right? She's so happy that she and Dad are back together again. Plus, she feels so loved by his 3 children.
Plus you. That's 4 children she's blessed with. I hope she's happy and healthy now.
Yep, therapy's been working wonders. I think seeing me get along with Lyra, Lincoln, and Lionel are doing wonders too. We're getting along so well. We click so naturally to the point that it doesn't feel like we're only half siblings. I'm happy, Dad's happy, Mama's happy,
and Linda's rotting in jail.
What a perfect ending to this.
I hope you're happy, Kate. You and your mama deserve this after all the suffering you went through.
I know, it truly was worth it, giving my father a second chance.